Good man. It's Thursday, September 11th. Could it be a more? It's crazy how today's September 11th, or is it not crazy? Is it so suiting for it to be September 11th today with everything that we have going on? And I want to say that before I talk too much about, it's really sad what happened to Charlie Kirk. No one should have to die that way. No child, no children should see their father die like that. Whether you like him, you love him, you hate him, like you disagree, you agree, it doesn't matter. Like no one should have to go through that, and no family should have to go through that. That was like horrific. I didn't know him that well. I've met him before. I've done his show. I did his show, I think, last summer during the election time. I wasn't a huge fan of him. You know, I disagreed with a lot of what he said. I thought that his rhetoric was, it's not my style. I thought it was, you're like beating up on college kids. It's like the Ben Shapiro method. But he like worked hard. He worked hard. He was like a pretty famous figure. And although I didn't agree with him, I adamantly disagree with the way that he died. No person, no man should have to go through that. It's horrible. I didn't know him that well. But this last 48 hours, the last 48 hours of our lives have been like, it's been crazy. The way that, number one, to see that video over and over and over again in slow motion from different angles, the AI version, the real version, from the rooftop, from the bottom, from this side, they just flooded our eyes with this for so much, for so long. I thought that was illegal, by the way, to just put out graphic imagery on the internet for like anyone to watch and for children to watch. Like, isn't there a rule against that, actually? I couldn't scroll through any sort of social media without seeing, and just the day and 2 days before, and we talked about in yesterday's episode, but just the day and 2 days before, we were just flooded with this Ukrainian girl psyop, and that is obviously gone. No one cares about the Ukrainian girl anymore because I'm obviously like, it was the most important thing in everyone's life. This black guy kills this Ukrainian pretty blonde girl, and that's all everyone cared about. It was the end of the world because of that. And just like that, nobody cares. It's just gone for 2, 3 days nonstop. We've been shoved in our face with murder, with moment of death. I don't know if I like that, actually. I don't know if I'm okay with that. I feel like people should be required to put, hey, this is graphic. So don't click this if you don't want to see it. Shouldn't that be a rule? You're just allowed to, like, remember when people were putting up the death videos and the death video internet was a thing? And they're like, oh, you can't allow this on the internet because it's too graphic. What if kids watch it? What happened to that? Now it's just like death and murder and stabbings and shootings, and everyone gets to watch it. Everyone gets to react to it. The government reacts to it. Politicians share it. Like, I'm pretty sure this shit's fucking illegal, by the way. Gaza videos are censored. You can't watch the killing of innocent men and women and children in Gaza. But when they serve the narrative purpose of the elite class of America, you can watch it a million times. Something is fundamentally wrong with that. And by the way, that Ukrainian girl, like, she was a crisis actor. Like, she's been used in other crisis actor situations in the past, and they've been using her picture. That's not even her. Like, this behind us. Total psyop. But we all saw this video of Charlie Kirk getting murdered. And it was so graphic. It was so disturbing. And I'm 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 scrolling X, I'm scrolling the news, I'm scrolling all the social media because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I want to know. And I want to know because I need to like stream or I need to make a video or I need to talk about it. But I can't talk about it if I don't know what's going on. But I can't continue to watch and watch it because I can feel my mental state going like crazy from it. And not only am I watching it from every angle, watching it ricochet off his chest into the thing, I'm like watching like why is a ring switching fingers? And then I'm watching like the spot on the shirt go away and disappear. And then you're like, well, did they try to actually kill him or did they try to assassinate him? And it ricocheted and they killed him by mistake. And everyone's going like crazy. And then they're like, oh, we got him. We got the shooter. Cash Patel comes out. And he's like, we got the shooter, everybody. And it's like, oh, just kidding. Wrong guy. Okay. Oh, no, no. We got him this time. We got him. This is the second guy. We got this guy. We got this guy. Oh, just kidding. That was him too. We let him go. Okay. What the hell are they doing? They have no idea what's going on. And in the chaos, all I see all over social media, on the right at least, is this is civil war. The radical left and the trans liberals are attacking us. And I'm thinking, like, you guys don't know who killed them, who killed him. You don't know why he killed him, but you are so sure that you know why. You are so sure that they are attacking you. They are so sure you are so sure they are attacking him because of his speech. You don't know that actually. Nobody knows. You don't know because we still don't know who the killer is. And how do you not know who the killer is? There are so many people there. There are cameras everywhere. It is a big event. The guy is on the roof and nobody knows what's going on. Cash Patel. Oh, we got him. Seriously? Do do the FBI is Cash Patel so separated from the actual FBI that he doesn't even know what the hell is going on? And what is he doing in Utah right now? Like I saw a video of him walking around the site. Like what's that going to do? What's he doing? Just tell us what's going on. You don't know. Nobody knows what's going on. And then Trump puts out his tweet and he's like, "Oh, it's the radical liberals." I thought you didn't know. I thought you didn't know who the shooter was. Then how can you blame somebody if you don't know who it is? You need to figure out first, calm everyone down. If you're mad, be mad, of course, but you don't know who you're mad at. Andrew Tate, this is civil war. Dude, what the fuck? You're not even here. You're in Romania. What are you talking shit for? Obviously, he's become like Andrew Tate's like the biggest disappointment. I used to like him. He's like this huge propagandist now. And then you have all this congressman, Annie Napolitano, like, oh, yeah, you got to remove the videos of the people that celebrated. Dude, I am not for people celebrating the death and murder of people at all. They didn't kill him, they didn't contribute to somebody dying. It may be bad taste for someone to celebrate the death of others. I get it. But you can't remove them. You can't censor them because they're celebrating that. That's like a complete violation of freedom of speech. And you have the entire right going, yeah, ban them, ban them, ban them, ban them, censor them. Like, what the fuck is going on here? We don't care about freedom of speech anymore. We only care about freedom of speech if it's for the things that we want to say. But as soon as we hear something we don't like, it's like, no, like he shouldn't be able to say that. You can't. Freedom of speech means that you have to hear things that you also don't agree with. We all know that to be true. The reality is, all these people that say they care about freedom don't actually care about freedom. They don't. Because if they did, they wouldn't be calling for the censorship of things that they don't agree with. And then you have all these posts going up online of people getting fired for celebrating the murder of Charlie Kirk. Again, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the celebration of murder. However, you're going to fire someone for that? They are doing this. Make him famous. Look at this TikTok of this girl that said, we're celebrating the murder. You can't just cancel people because you don't agree with them. Why? Do you not remember that they did that also, that somehow 4 years ago during COVID, they did the same thing? Oh, you don't like the vaccines? Like, oh, they should be fired. Oh, you don't want to comply with COVID? You should be fired. Oh, you don't agree with the narrative of COVID? Hey, let's censor him. Let's take him off the internet. How is this any different? They're trying to do the same shit they've done before. And why does it always happen under the same president? I liked Trump. I thought he'd be all right. Obviously, I was wrong, but I thought he'd be okay. But this is ridiculous. They are adamantly pushing for people to start fighting one another. We talked about this on the last pod. They are baiting chaos. They want people to react. They want people to make a very big mistake. You don't let a crisis go to waste. They do this thing and they're like, hey, look at this video of this liberal. And this liberal was celebrating Charlie Kirk. And the line underneath is, make him famous. Almost like, oh, we're going to find out who that person is and we're going to, like cancel him. Ugh, more cancel culture. Okay. One of the very first podcast episodes that Peter and I ever did, it was this idea of something called the blue-haired sheepdog. It's like blue-haired sheepdog theory. Most of you guys were not around for that time. The blue-haired sheepdog. This is when like everyone was talking about trans videos and everyone was reacting to trans videos and all the blue-haired people, and this was that time. About a year and a half ago. The blue-haired sheepdog goes like this. If you are a kid and you want to become famous on the internet, because we live in a clicks and views economy, because we live in an attention economy, and you want to be famous. So you go out there and you make a video and you make your Call of Duty video and nobody cares. Okay. I gotta do something different. I gotta be more extreme. I need people to care. So you dye your hair blue like an anime and people start to care a little more because now you're a little bit different. Okay, I need to be more extreme. So that I make this video because I want to go famous and I'm wearing a dress. And now you're like this blue haired sheepdog, like trans liberal guy, because you just want to be famous. And Ben Shapiro or one of these reactors takes your video and goes, hey, look at this trans guy. Look at this blue haired sheepdog. Make him famous. All that kid wanted to do was become famous. But now he gets all the clicks and the views. His video goes from 1,000 views to 10 million views. You get 10 million views and you're like, holy shit, this thing works. People care about me. People are watching me. You don't actually care if they're hate watching you or you're love watching you. People just want the numbers. People just want the metrics. So then you do it again and you do it and you do it again and do it again. And you've created these monsters by encouraging. Actually, the best way to stop bad behavior, we all know this now, is to ignore it. Especially in this attention economy. If you want people to stop doing something, you take the attention away because people want attention. If you don't give them attention, they don't do it anymore because they don't think it's working. But we take all these bad ideas and we take this huge flashlight, we take this huge spotlight and we shine it on them and it creates these bigger monsters. That's what we're doing They're like, oh, look at all these liberals celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. Well, if you stopped retweeting them, if you stopped sharing their videos, if you stopped telling everyone to watch it over and over and over again, they wouldn't do it because there's no value because they are doing it for attention. And we are giving them exactly what they want, which is attention. But people don't know, people don't care, or they do it too because they also want the attention. It's 9/11. Isn't it convenient how easily we forgot about Israel bombing Qatar, by the way? Have we, isn't it convenient how easily we forgot about all this money and the Ukrainian and the EU representatives being in the United States right now, trying to convince the United States government to send troops and send more weapons, send more money to Ukraine? Isn't it convenient that all of that is completely gone? Who killed Charlie Kirk? All the propagandists on the right are going, it's the trans left, it's the trans left, it's trans left, it's the left, it's the left liberals. It's like they're in so much unison from the moment that it happened that I just assume that's not what happened. It's really hard to take that. Okay, great. Out. Okay, then the more obvious answer, it was Israel. It was Israel. Look at Charlie Kirk. He started speaking out against Israel a little bit and they took him out. He went against the masters and therefore they took him out. And that's what everyone's going to say. It's like the most obvious one. It's easy. It takes no thought. It's easy. That's why I didn't stream yesterday. I had to think about this. I really had to give it some thought. Who could it be? Who do I think did this? Because there's not enough evidence actually to make a real claim. Like all the evidence, all the reasoning for people saying that it's Israel, there's actually no evidence for that. It's just theorizing based on a couple clips that people have seen. Okay. I think if it was Israel, I don't think it would have, I don't think it was Israel. I'll tell you why. It's too sloppy to be Israel. It's too public. If the whole point of removing Charlie Kirk is because he was speaking out against them and he thought he was going to shift and turn against him, you would actually remove him more quietly. There's no benefit in doing this in such a public manner. There's no reason to do it to attract so much heat. And if they were going to do it, they would have had like a Muslim guy do it. Maybe leave the passport behind. You know what I mean? It's 9/11. They wouldn't use a random white guy to do it. It's not their style. It doesn't make it doesn't make sense. And I don't think it was some random kid. I don't think it was a random kid because people are like, well, it's like that's a 200-yard shot. Anyone can make that shot. I get it. But that's not true. In order to go and take that shot, a person had to walk through the crowd armed with his rifle, ice running through his veins, not be nervous. It's too much pressure for a random kid to do. It's not even about the shot. It's about everything that leads up to get to the shot. Then who did it? Who did it? I think it's 9/11. The most logical answer is that it was some sort of inside job. It was the same side removing the same side. That's why they don't know who it is. That's why they have all these distractions going on. That's why they're putting everyone in every single random direction. It came from within. Why? I'm still trying to piece it together. I don't, it's definitely someone that does this for a reason, for a living, but it's definitely an inside job. That's the only logical conclusion. I've been thinking about this nonstop for 36 hours. And again, the most obvious answer is it's Israel or it's the left. But actually, logically, it doesn't make any sense. You don't do it this way. It's an inside job. That's why they don't know what's going on. That's why if it was Israel, they would have blamed the Muslim because that would actually fill the narrative. This is why we need to go to war. This is why we need to fight with Israel. They didn't do that. Something's going on internally. Something's going on internally. They're fighting internally, and it was to remove one of them, or or the most Occam's razor. It was a disgruntled kid that was former military, possibly veteran, most likely veteran. He did have the veteran T-shirt on, and he just got sick of the lies, and this is who he took out. He did like a, what is it? A Luigi Mangione type of deal. It's possible. TPUSA is a huge machine. TPUSA is an enormous business. They are an enormous business. They are make a lot of money. And if you become a very large business, you pick up a lot of enemies along the way. It's sus if you're covering for Israel. I'm not covering for Israel. But you just can't say Israel every single time when there's nothing to link it to Israel. There's no benefit in them removing him. Oh, he was going to talk out against Israel. Well, yeah, but they line it back. He was a businessman. If that's where his money's come from, he's not going to just turn on them. That didn't really make sense. It's someone, I know, everyone wants it to be Israel. It's like the most obvious one. But like, then why are you listening to anything else? Why do you even care? It's like, it's Israel, it's trans. Like, I don't think so. Why am I watching this, Slovenians? Distract you from Epstein? I don't think so. This is bigger than that. You know, everyone's like, oh, I know exactly why it happened because I read something on Twitter that one of the propagandists, right wing propagandists, pushed out there. And now, therefore, that's the reason why. But that's also a part of it. You're reading the same news everyone's reading, coming to the same conclusions that they're coming to because that's the conclusion they want you to come to. But you're getting that information from the people that are pushing that side. Like, you can't, if you don't trust certain people online, you just have to know that you can't trust them. You can't just take their information selectively when it fits your own narrative. That's very dangerous. But people do that way too often, you know? Oh, I don't listen to anything Drano says, but he's like, oh, but look, like Charlie Kirk was supposed to meet Netanyahu, and like, oh yeah, no, that look at that, that's right. Like, wait a second, you just said that you didn't want to listen to anything he said, you didn't agree with him, but now you do. Are you sure that you don't? You just agree with him because you want to agree? You don't. It's 9/11, guys. Everyone thought they knew what happened within 24, 48 hours. And we started wars over that. At the end of the day, we all figured out it was an inside job. It's not coincidental that this happens on 9/11. And by the way, like, did anyone think about 9/11 today? Did anyone think about the fact that They orchestrated that thing. Did anyone talk today about the fact that this mysterious building 7 went down like we do every year? No, like that's all gone. I don't know why they would kill him. I encourage you guys to think bigger and deeper than the obvious, because the obvious is what you believe to be obvious is what they are programming you to think. You got to think beyond that. If if your take is a collection of every single piece and news that they force fed you and it's the same people telling you over and over again, that's probably propaganda. It's probably propaganda. Everyone thinks that they're like, oh no, I'm above the propaganda, except when you want to, you just say what the propagandists tell you to. This is not an easy one. I think we'll see over time. What I do know is that at the end of the day, they don't take crisis, they take advantage of every crisis. And what they're going to do is they're going to fuel the flame. They want something bad to happen. They are pushing for something bad to happen. Isn't it convenient that we have federal troops everywhere throughout the country right now? Why were the federal troops mobilized before all of these events? We have federal troops going in everywhere. We have all these surveillance systems. And come on, they're telling us and they invested in all these surveillance systems and they can't find one shooter. They don't want to find him because they're realizing it doesn't fit their narrative. They are baiting you towards chaos. Look at every single propagandist on the internet. This is civil war. They're trying to kill you. They're trying to come after you. You have to fight back. All the people that would never dare fight back, put themselves or family at risk, like we saw during BLM, by the way. Do you not remember during BLM and George Floyd, how all the Democratic leaders were like, defund the police, defund the police, defund the police, knowing damn well that they would never be themselves be put in danger? Do we not remember that? Do we not remember how ridiculous that sounded? How the people that would never put themselves in danger were instigating violence. Isn't it the same exact thing? The people on the right who would never themselves put themselves in danger are the ones pushing for violence. On the left, 4 years ago, they said, if you don't agree, take him off the internet. If you don't agree, fire him. If you don't agree, he should be dealt with. What are they doing now? If you don't agree, take him off the internet. If you don't agree, censor him. If you don't agree, he should be fired. If you don't agree, deal with him. How is it any different? They're doing the same exact thing. They're doing the same exact thing all over the world. I just read an article about Vietnam. Vietnam, they're canceling something like 800,000 bank accounts because what they did is they required everybody to get a biometric ID. And if you don't link your biometric ID to your bank account, then they're canceling your bank account. They do it. They're doing there. They're in India, all over the world. They're looking for reasons and excuses to roll out more dystopian surveillance measures. All they need is one trigger event to let it happen here. Do not fall for it. Don't fall for it, man. No one in your chat is pushing violence, but while we're here, but you are saying not know this pattern. No, the patterns exist. The pattern is that the same group of people in the same echelon of society are always telling you to cancel people, to fight your neighbor, to instigate and say things like it's going to be a civil war. The people that would never risk themselves are the ones always telling you to do it. And in this time, this is not the time to make a mistake. Do not make a big mistake right now because they're waiting for it. They're baiting you. If anything, when the world says attack, dude, take your time. This is a time to be extremely conservative. And I know, oh, that's so weak. Like, no, like they're coming after us. No, like they're not. Who's coming after you? Oh, it's the trans people, dude. We haven't talked about trans people in 6 months. Now, all of a sudden, that's the big thing. We haven't talked about it. No one's actually cared. It's not been on top of people's minds, and all of a sudden we care. Isn't that interesting? People all over the world are starting to get pissed off. I get it. We were. It's so. Do you know what really bugs me? Is that Trump and people that are the biggest advocates for Trump, they're always like, it's their fault. It's their fault. It's their fault. It's their fault. They're always blaming everyone else. Maybe if you just maybe if you just did what you were elected to do, maybe some of this shit wouldn't happen. Maybe if the economy was better, people wouldn't be so angry. Maybe if you stopped funding wars and starting wars and going to war, the veterans would be happier. Maybe if you stopped, maybe if you stopped being so Israel first and started caring about the people that live in this country, maybe people wouldn't be so pissed off. Maybe if you stop telling people how they have to think and just let people think for themselves and let people believe what they want to believe, because that's what this is about. Again, that we asked us, say, what is the first principle of America? And the first principle of America is freedom. Give people the freedom to think what they want, say what they want, live their lives as they wish. Let people do what they want. And it means if you want to chop your dick off because you're trans, like, I don't fucking care. Go do it. I think it's a really bad idea. I I'm pretty sure you're going to regret that in the future. But who am I to tell you how to live your life? Let's stop trying to control everyone's lives and stop just because you are the ruling party over the secondary party. You just do the same things. Cancel culture, cancel culture, cancel culture. I'm so over it. Aren't you guys? I'm so tired of like this. I'm so tired of this infighting. Like, oh man, like if people want to be racist, let people be racist. If people want to support other people, let people support other people. The government should not be interfering in our lives. That's my core belief. The government should not be interfering with our lives. The federal government, especially. And this last 6 months and what we're going from this Monday till next week is more wars, is more federal oversight, more federal intervention. They're rolling out this police state. They're mobilizing federal troops all over the country. And I'm over it. Like, I get it. It's really sad that someone got murdered and we all saw it. And it sucks. I don't want to see that. I don't want that to happen to anybody. But I also don't want to ruin my life over that. I don't think you guys either. It's not what we signed up for. It's not. Like, over it. In the land of the online blind, half-blind Korean is the only calm, rational person left. Love you and Peter's right. Keith Champ, thank you, buddy. Make America Nepal. Nepal is like this Gen Z that is standing up and overthrowing the government, which is crazy, by the way. Also kind of amazing. Revolutions and major change, even the invention of the most revolutionary technologies are always done by the youngest generation. We need to stop alienating them. I really do believe that. We always say Gen Z is lost, the next generation is lost. Like they're not going to figure anything out. They're all like lazy and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You can't talk about them like that all the time. It's just pushing them away. It's just putting them in the old thing. Look at what happened in Nepal. You alienate the youth and they rose up and they won. Good for them, by the way. Good for them. It's all smoke and mirrors. We'll have to pay for it. Dude, the Nepal University student that led the charge gave the most Hitler speech I've ever heard. Dude, I need to hear that. We'll pull that up for the next one. I need to figure out that one. I know people want to see what's going on with the Epstein files, but dude, that's never going to happen. And it's really messed up, but it's not going to happen. It's just not. They're never going to let us know what happened there. They're not. And it's fucked up. They're trying to get us into chaos because okay, they have a ton of brand new shiny toys. They have all these surveillance measures. They have all these new drones. They have these new satellites that cover the entire country and entire world. They have a lot of fancy toys. You don't buy toys and not play with them. They are looking for an excuse to play for them, and they're going to do it. I'm telling you, like, I know people are really pissed off about what happened to Charlie Kirk. I get it. You can't lose your shit right now. If anything, this month is probably the most. I feel like I feel like if something really bad were to happen, if we were to have some kind of crazy black swan event, everything from like religion to like astrology to like conspiracy theory to like rational thought all leads to something happening within this month. I don't know what it's going to be, but to be, you got to stay safe right now. Hey, you look Nigerian. Dude, I feel like DKK $20 for that Nigerian money. I bet you that's like 30 cents. I don't know what that is. Thank you, man. Koreans look like Nigerians. Dude, what the hell? Why do I look Nigerian? I'm like really concerned about where we're going right now. I really am. I mean, I my phone was blowing up with people like so pissed off. Like the liberals and the left, they're coming after us and we have to do something. Dude, I'm a pretty conservative guy. The liberals, the left, they're coming after us. This has to be stopped. What are we gonna do about it? Like, dude, you're not gonna do shit about it. Do you guys remember when you were in, oh, we stand with Texas and we're gonna fight at the border? You didn't do shit. You're not going to do anything coordinated. You're not going to do anything amazing. You're just going to fuck it up, make a huge mistake, and give them a reason to roll out their dystopian future. Don't give them that right now. Don't do it. It's not the time. Man, you guys, I'm telling you, it's like it's been the craziest 24, 48 hours that we've seen in a long time. I don't remember the last time we just got flooded with multiple deaths nonstop 24/7, and they just can't stop talking about it. It's just over and over and over and over and over and over again. They're never going to release those files. They know that. Charlie, see, I don't want to speak ill of Charlie Kirk because of his passing, but he was an establishment guy. He was a company man. You know what I mean? He was a company guy. Is guy a conspiracy? No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. We just think logically. We try to block out all the noise. We try to block out all the propaganda and come up with solutions that actually make sense. And it's not easy because everything is flooded in your eyes, in your vision, from the left, from the right, from the top, from the bottom, from every direction. And do you know what was really interesting? They had this they had like this shooting or kind of shooting at the Naval Academy. And I saw that pop up. I was like, holy shit, something's crazy over there at the Naval Academy. And then it ended up being nothing. But it seemed like a really big deal. And I'm scrolling, like, dude, this has got to be like everywhere, like a shooting at the Naval Academy, shooting at the Naval Academy. It barely even got coverage. How does it not get coverage? I get it. The news went away hour later. But for that 1 hour, how was it not everywhere? They only let the things trend that they want to trend. Who's an op? I'm an off? Op? Or Charlie's not? I don't know. Charlie Charlie was a businessman. He's a businessman. It doesn't make sense to do something that was detrimental to your business when you have a large business. Anyone that knows that's ever run a very large business with hundreds or thousands of employees, even if you agree or disagree, you are now beholden to your employees. And you cannot do something that goes against and risks their livelihood. They know that about him. They're not taking him out. Inside job. Your take on Trump being a psyop for China? I don't think Trump's a psyop for China. I just think that Trump is. I just don't think the world fears Trump like we thought they would. I think that prior to this election, there was this idea that the world leaders fear Trump. What we're seeing clearly now is that they do not. It's either because he's old, it's either because he only has 3 years left and they know they could just wait him out, or it's because he's getting extremely unoriginal. If you are battling and playing a game at the highest level, if you're playing a game at the highest level, you cannot use the same strategy forever. You have to adapt. You have to change. You have to keep them guessing, wondering. You have to think real 4D chess, not this, oh, this is 4D chess, but like real 4D chess. And I think Trump is just Trump, and he's the same Trump he's been for the last presidency to this presidency, and they've got him figured out. They're not scared of him. Xi Jinping isn't scared of him. Putin isn't scared of him. This is obvious now. Even Zelensky is not scared of him. People don't fear him like they did the first round. The first time around, they're like, oh, what if we don't know what he's gonna do? Now they're like, huh, this is how he is. Like, it's okay. Fine. We'll just wait him out. I don't he had it may be the age. Maybe he's just set. Once you get to a certain age in life, you're kind of set in your certain way and how you do things and your own process and systems and how you perceive and you think and how you perceive the world and how you handle situations with people. And he's handling it the same exact way he handled it the first time, which is why he's making the same mistakes he made it the first time. And the people, they were scared because they didn't know what that meant the first go around. He was an unknown. Now he's a known. And there's no difference. I just don't think they're scared of him. That's why he's not achieving what he wants to. That's why the markets aren't reacting what he wants. Like he's not achieving what he said to achieve. And I don't think it's because he's not trying. He's just trying to do the same thing he already did before. And the world is smarter than that. You need to adapt, and he's not adapting. The first go around, he said, well, we weren't effective and we couldn't get what we wanted to do because I surrounded myself with bad people. Well, isn't that what he did again? Surround himself with bad people. RP Charlie Kirk, sad to see him go. No one should die that way, especially no man and no father should have his children see you die that way. That is probably the saddest part of all of it is that his children have to relive that moment for the rest of their lives. And thanks to the internet and thanks to X and thanks to Instagram, who decided that they're going to show you that video 100,000 times from every single angle, from every single speed, from every single direction, from every single close up and zoom and every possible way and AI renderings, all of it. Thanks to the internet, his kids have already seen it more times than they can ever count. It's really messed up, man. Preface, are you a Christian? I am a Christian. Trump is not a strategic. Yeah, he's a checkers player. He's not a chess player. You know what I mean? Which is fine. Like the first time, when you play someone for the first time, you don't know what they're going to do, so you can't really predict it. But after you know what they're going to do and they do the same exact time and they do the same exact way and they never change, then Tate is enemy, whoever thinks he's on our side. Yeah, I used to be a big fan of Andrew Tate. I've obviously like been out there, interviewed him, met him, and you know, he said, I will never sell out. I will never take their money. I'm never going to do it. And then now he's like complete propagandist on that side. It's like really disappointing. It's actually kind of disgusting. You know, some of the two guys that gave hand signals in the final moment. I mean, that's what they said always, you know, but there are security guys. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to talk to them and try to figure it out. Two guys giving hand signals. I seen it, like gives a little hat thing, whatever. Could they be a part of it? I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know, to be honest. I think it's been so long that whatever narrative they want to generate and whatever narrative they want to put onto the world and whatever they want people to know, they've done their cleanup. Whoever orchestrated thing, if it was an inside job, like I think it is, they've done the cleanup. Tate. I don't know. That's what I got. That's my take on this. I think more than the act, look at what they're telling you. They're telling you what they want you to know. And what they want you to know is you need to be mad, you need retribution, you need to make a mistake. They're baiting you. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for it. All right. Let's see. Do we have any questions we want to answer before kind of shoot the shit a little bit? I'm so drained from the last couple few days, aren't you? I'm so like it was like tiring, you know? You need to be mad at trans. Dude, you don't need to be mad at the trans. I don't like trans. I'm not a advocate for trans, but they're going to deplete themselves because they can't reproduce. You don't have to worry about it. They're not going to exist. Like they're eventually going to off themselves. You know? Like it's not a problem you have to really overly worry about. Make sure your kids don't become one and you'll be fine. Oh, I don't like my kid watching this. Well, don't let them watch it. I don't like the idea of it around the country, but they will figure out their own situation. It's always been around. It comes and it goes. And the less you focus on, they're such a small minority of the country, the less you focus on them, if it becomes less popular and they get less attention for being that way, I'm telling you, the amount of them will go down. Because we live in an attention economy, people just want the attention. If you don't give them attention, they're not gonna do it. They're not everywhere. We stopped talking about it for a good 6 months. If it was everywhere, we would have never stopped talking about it. Stop talking about it. The security guards behind Charlie Kirk were shady as fuck. It's weird. I don't know. How does Matt see with my eyes? Bro, I just heard the Nepal speech. That's the first thing I'm gonna do when we get off, is I'm gonna go listen to that Nepal speech. They're like 2% of the population. No, they're not. People identify as like something, but like you're not trans until you like cut your shit off. I'd like to see what the number of that is. 2% of the country did not cut their dicks off. Homosexuality is normalized now. They're not, they can't survive. Though it'll nature will run its course and it will figure this out for you. Let's figure out how to stay safe. Let's figure out how to make sure that we retain our freedoms. Let's make sure that we have the ability to be free, to live to see another generation, and that our future generation gets to live free, and that future generation gets to live free. There are bigger things at play rather than people that are naturally not going to exist anyway. They're going to disappear. They prey on children. Just protect your own children. Hmm. Can we listen to that speech live? Will, can you find it? The Nepal speech? Yeah, let's do that. Will, see if you can find that Nepal speech. If you find that Nepal speech, we'll play it. Will, are you looking for it? Tell me you're looking for it. I need it. Everyone wants to hear the speech. I want to hear the speech too.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Who gives a shit? Watch what your kids are watching. Make sure they know what they're doing. Be active in their lives. Anthony, if you get it, send it over to Will on Discord. Let's see if we can get that. I want to see. I want to see this Nepal speech. Oh,
I got one.
Anthony just put it up in the
Here,
thing.
I have it. Just give me a sec.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm in the
Well, not him.
second phase of my career, giving.
Fuck this guy. Damn,
Well, I'm in
bro.
the second
We're
phase
struggling
has the
tonight. Damn, it's like so much anticipation. And we had someone that was Nepalese in the chat the other day when we were doing like where are you from check-in.
Today I
And,
stand here with the dream of building a new Nepal, with a fire of hope and passion burning within me. But my heart is heavy because this dream seems to be slipping away. Rise and shines, futures of this upcoming imperial empire. I, Avishkar Raut, the head boy of this everlasting imperial institute, Holy Bell English Secondary School, welcomes you with open arms to our 24th annual program. I put myself before you this moment to shed light within your consciousness by piercing the dark nimbus that circles above you. I am present here today to immortalize a monumental change in the course of history. Nepal, our mother, this country gave us birth, nurtured us. But what did it ask in return? Just our honesty, our hard work, our contribution. But what are we doing? We are bounded by the chains of unemployment, fleeing abroad in search of opportunities. We are trapped by the selfish games of political parties. Corruption has woven a web that is extinguishing the light of our futures. Youth, rise! We are the torch bearers of change. If you do not raise our voices, who will? If you do not raise our voices, who will? If you do not build this nation, who will? We are the fire that will burn away the darkness. We are the storm that will sweep away injustice and bring prosperity. Our ancestors shed their blood to give us this nation. We cannot sell it. We cannot lose it. We are the fire. We will burn every despair away. Now we must decide. Now we must decide. Will we drown in the darkness of despair or rise as the sun of hope? Will we change the fate of this nation or will we let it remain in shackles? King Birendra once said, even if I die, shall my country live on? All the youths, carry these words in your heart and engrave a monument of change in the course of history. Nepal is ours and its future is in our hands. Jai Yuva, Jai Nepal!
Will, find this guy, find out who he is. Let's get him on the pod. Let's get him on the stream. Let's go to Nepal. I need to talk to him. Will, write it down. Make sure we find him. We need to find him. We need to find out who he is, how to get a hold of him. I can't imagine there are a lot of people in the United States trying to interview him. We need to get to him first. We have to. Oh my gosh. How do we not? We need to get him. Wow. He led the revolution and overthrowing of the government of Nepal, and that's this guy? The guy that sits in front of the mirror and does Hitler speeches all day? Dude, we need to talk to him. I need to know him. I need to know this guy. Will, can you please write it down? We're going to go find him. We're going to figure out how to reach out to him.
His name is Avishkar Raut.
Okay, we're going to find him. And dude, if we have to, we will go to Nepal. I don't know if we can go to Nepal. Are we allowed to go to Nepal? Is Nepal allowed?
Probably a little sketchy right now.
Why? That guy's in charge. We're going to go see him.
Yeah, they kind of don't have a government right now.
Dude, they got that guy.
I mean, that guy's in high school.
He's in high school?
Well, he said he was a former head boy at Holy Bell English Secondary School in Yapa.
Wait, how old is he?
This was an older recording of his speech.
Oh, it's an older recording.
It went viral again just like this week.
I need to figure out what's going on in Nepal.
I think
we had someone in the chat the other day from Nepal. Of this year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that old.
No, it's still relevant.
Okay. Okay. Let's go find this kid. I'm sure someone's gonna be interested in him. Because they said that was vague and emotional on purpose. It was. But he's like 18. Fly him out to the US. Yeah. If we need to figure it out. The Nepalese mountain painter. Yeah. I can't believe that was pretty interesting. We need his parents to sign off. Things can happen, change can happen, but it needs to be somewhat coordinated and you have to be smart about what you do. Right now, there is no leverage, and the people in charge, it's not a Republican thing, it's not a Democrat thing, it's not a it's not a hard right thing, it's not a hard left thing. It's all over the world. It's a class thing. It is a corruption thing. It is a certain group of people. Sometimes the people that you think it is, sometimes the people that are organized and agreed to work with them. You know, when a country gets invaded throughout history, when a country gets invaded and they get taken over, it's rarely a country that comes in guns blazing and takes over a country. That's usually not what happens first. It's always people from within that sell out and allow it to happen. It takes time. And that's what we're living through. That's what we're witnessing, as you know. And they will leverage this moment, these times, to get the people under control. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know. Maybe you guys know. The more I think about it, the more it's difficult to figure out like what really is the game plan. You know, like I understand the idea of like it's like this Luciferian cult, and they just want to accelerate the end of society and they want to create the end of the world. Or, then you have the idea of like, oh yeah, they're like trying to depop everybody and that they just want control, or they want everyone to be robots, or they want everyone to plug into the Borg, or you know, they all want to worship Great Israel. There's like a million theories out there. Probably all true. We just need to keep our heads straight, you know? All right, guys. Let's see. Do we have anything to react to today? Well, or are we calling it early night?
Yeah, that's all we got.
Most of the shit is Trump presentation, then United States comes and brings peace through chaos. Wealthy want to weed us out. I smell too fresh to be a SAR. Damn, are Nepalese like Indians? Are Nepalese like Indians, or are
Yeah,
they like,
they're right on the border between India and Tibet.
hmm,
So they're right
they're
up in
like,
there.
it's like Nepal, it's like Nepal,
And I
Pakistan,
think they got Bangladesh on the
Bangladesh, and then India.
eastern border, maybe.
Half Asian, half Indians. Hmm. Lucky Sky Bars, I got your song. I'm gonna play it next time. I gotta load it up. All right. Everybody, stay safe. Don't do anything. Okay, I'm serious. Don't do anything stupid. Don't let people bait you doing something stupid. Do not encourage people to do something stupid, because even if you're not the one that does something stupid and someone else does it, or someone you know does it, or someone encourages it and it happens, it doesn't matter. They're looking for one excuse. Be safe. And we're gonna do another stream. We'll have Peter on next time. Peter didn't want to do this one. I don't know why. But we'll do another one. And we have the episode. We talked about the Russian psyop, and I think a lot of things we said are actually relevant. That should be up right now. Go check that one out. Otherwise, I'm going to bed. It's fucking 11 o'clock. We'll do these more often. Check in, Sar.